is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
Tuesday. I forgot what day it was. It seems like it's been forever since we've been on the show. How are you, Kurt?
Doing good.
Good to have you back, man.
It was good. I'm sad I missed Friday's show. You guys had too much
fun.
fun.
Crazy show. So much fun. We always have the most fun when you're not here.
I know. That's a sign, maybe.
I don't know what it is. Coincidence?
Yeah, probably not.
So,
probably not.
No?
No, you guys do great.
All
It was
right.
fun.
Yeah.
Need to get Mama Gross and Patty on here more often.
Yeah, we do. Maybe we'll play the Saints again and beat them, and we'll have them on.
All right.
So you,
We're going to do the show from New Orleans because we do. That's where it's going to be.
uh-oh, something's wrong with Nate's
Yeah,
mic.
I hear your mic there.
Yeah.
You don't hear me?
There we
There
go.
you are.
Got
Thank
to
you.
turn it on now.
Thank
Join the
Doug.
show here.
Thank you, Douglas.
So later on in the show, we have a special guest that we sat down with a little while ago.
Awesome.
DeMarcus Lawrence
Ooh.
for about a 5-minute little
Hot
quick
boy.
interview. Hot boy. Tank. So you got a little bit of, I guess, good news Friday?
Well, hopefully it was the last big treatment. I won't know the results for another couple of weeks. Got another round of tests coming, but yeah, hopefully.
So you're hopefully done with
Hopefully
chemo
done
if
with the
everything
big
works
stuff.
out.
Well, there'll be some
Smaller.
maintenance type treatments, but
Well, good.
yeah. Hopefully won't miss all the fun you guys are having.
Maybe your hair will grow back.
God, I hope. I'm going to be a sad individual.
I'm getting used to you, bro.
I'm not. I hate it.
used to you.
It's going to be.
Oh, so many things. So many things today. What do you want to do today? You want to take calls?
Sure.
Let's hear your butts. If you want to call in with your butts today, we'll take it. We'll
Yeah,
take your
butts.
butts.
You were having none of that on Friday.
Hell no, man.
The Butts and the Franklies and what almost. Here you go.
Yeah. Friday we were not. No, Friday we just needed a day
To celebrate.
to
yeah.
revel in.
Thank you.
We all picked the Cowboys. Did you pick the Cowboys to win? That'd be a
next
no. huh?
question.
Okay. Nate,
Probably why I had to go do
I'm glad you weren't on the show then.
Yeah.
Because we just needed a day
Oh, I was loving it. I wouldn't have brought any negativity.
just
I
to
loved
enjoy it. So the Cowboys now basically control their own destiny. They went out.
They're in the
It's
driver's
game
seat.
over.
You know what's funny is, Mike Irvin went off. Oh, he went off during the game. But come to find out, they was doing the show, and I listened to it a little bit, and they said, Mike, man, you're so excited for a guy who picked the Cowboys to lose. What did that have to do with the price of tomatoes?
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
So they're not only first place in NFC East and
Yeah.
control that, playing the Eagles this week. They're also back in the wild card hunt.
Yes,
right?
they are.
Yeah.
Bro, yes, they are. We talked about that a week ago. If they can continue to win, they can be back in the double deuce slot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the fifth seed right now. So,
Aren't they really?
I mean, the fifth, tied for the fourth best record in the conference. So
Yeah.
And the Bears just lost.
yeah, and the Bears play the Rams this week. So if we win, we could actually jump up to the third seed.
Nice.
Potentially, or at least tie for that.
So if we win the division, we're guaranteed at least one home playoff game, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And we would play one of the lower.
We'd play it'd be
who
one
else
of
in
the
the
wild cards.
Who else in the hunt?
Seattle.
Seattle's the sixth right now,
Right.
7-5. Minnesota's 6-5-1. Panthers, who have just
Guess
fallen off
what? The Bucks are still in the hunt, and the Panthers are still in the
Panthers, Eagles, and Redskins are all 6-6.
Yeah.
And then the Bucks are 5-7. So, yeah, the Cowboys are in a good spot now. They just even if they win the next two, they're pretty much set for the playoffs. So it's amazing turnaround.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought back in
Cowboys have the second longest win streak in the NFL. Only other team with a longer win streak right now is the Texans at 9.
current streaks?
Current
Wow.
win streaks. Cowboys are at 4. There's several that are at 3. Who would have thought?
Boy, after that Titans game, I thought we were just riding out the season. I thought they were.
Yeah, y'all did, didn't we? Notice how I said, yeah, y'all did,
Yeah,
didn't we?
And then your owner went out and got a wide receiver,
Yeah.
made an offensive line coaching change.
Merry Christmas to you.
Was that it? Was it just those simple as those two things?
Is Dak playing better because of those changes, or is he progressing and getting better just because that's part of the process?
Changes.
You think?
Changes.
So those helped him because he's a different guy now.
Yeah.
What was he, 24, 28 in that game?
Yeah.
And people still got butts about him. Nate brought this up at lunch. People talking about he missed, Gallup down the sideline. It's like, who doesn't miss a throw in a game?
Yeah.
All your Brady misses wide open guys. Breeze.
Missed 2 of them last night. He missed Ertz going up the left sideline, and he missed who was that? I want to say Golden Tate going up the right sideline. I'm like, wow, he missed 2. And even Whitney was saying, you can't miss that throw. You can't. That's just how it is. Our announcers are so good and got such, vibe for the fans listening to it that they're going to repeat it. Oh, he can't miss that throw, but they still won the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go to the phones. Greg in Columbus, what is on your mind today, man?
Hey, guys, I tell you what, November has been one heck of a month. We burnt down Atlanta, we skid some hogs, and we marched all over the Saints, and my Buckeyes beat the snot out of Michigan and won the Big Ten championship.
There you go. It's a good football month for you.
Yeah. And now we just got to clip some eagle wings this week.
Yes, sir.
But, I think we're leaving a lot of stuff on the table. We're still not getting Rico going. We're not getting Noah Brown going. And I think there's just so much more to this offense.
What do you think the biggest area they're lacking in currently?
Tight end play.
What's that?
Tight end play.
Tight end play.
Yeah.
You're not happy with the Schultz-Jarwin combo?
I mean, I'm happy with it. They're just not using them that much. I mean, every time they talk about them is how good they're blocking or whatever, but I don't know. I think that, teams are focusing on Zeke and Cooper. I think, get that 6'6" monster going across the middle, man. I think he'd probably go 80 yards.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Did in the Hall of Fame game, but that's about all we've seen out of him going over the top.
Do you think?
I got to tell you, Nate, after looking at all those guys from the '93 team there, I think you probably you probably look the best out of all them guys.
I hear you, my friend.
He is a good-looking dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he'd be good.
There you go.
He is a good-looking man.
I'm just I'm listening to everybody today, man, and I'm just enjoying it.
He doesn't even have his headphones on. He's just chilling.
You guys read that
I just enjoyed it, man. Thank you for the compliment, sir.
Which one?
The ESPN one that just came out. This guy has really went through something.
I did not read
I
it.
haven't read it
I have to
yet.
check it out.
What
it's out there now.
did he check out?
Well, thanks for
They're
the
talking.
thanks
All
for the
right,
call,
guys,
Greg.
You guys take care.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
You think they need to use the tight ends more? I mean, there's a story in one of the other outlets about how Beasley's targets have dropped. But do you think? I mean, they're using Cooper. Obviously, he's getting a lot more of that attention, a lot more of those targets, and they're getting Zeke involved a little. It seems a little bit more. I mean, do they need to?
I don't care as long as they keep winning.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, does it matter?
Beasley Day coming, man, and Swain just need to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not when it's Jarwin time or Schultz time or Rico time, so be it. But our guy Swain need to stay healthy.
Yeah.
He is the best tight end that we have. He's a more than capable tight end. He just need to stay healthy.
I thought that we were talking at lunch that you think Schwaim is one of the better tight ends in the league.
I know he is.
Yeah.
Name the top 6 tight ends when you ain't got but 3.
Yeah.
I'm serious now. We got Ertz.
Mm-hmm.
We got Kelsey. We got Gronk, and I think it's one other guy.
Olsen, but he's hurt, right?
Yeah, he's hurt. Yes, and he's been hurt 2 years in a row. And then I think it's one other guy. But I mean, we trying to make, and that's the problem with our situation here is we trying to make everybody else tight end great.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the Rams tight end?
Let's see.
No, used to be what, Cook?
Yeah, who's the Saints tight
Old
end?
Everett's their top one. Let's see some of the top tight end. Eric Ebron from Indy's having a pretty good year. He's got 11 touchdowns.
Kelsey, that's who we.
Kelsey's there.
Yeah.
No, I mentioned Kelsey.
Greg Kittle with San Francisco.
Okay, but I'm saying is, who is the Saints tight end?
Oh, the Saints.
Watson and then 85 with
Right. I mean, is they lighting the league up? And
Yeah.
See, this is what I don't understand is we keep acting like we're gonna die without a tight end. We have tight ends, capable tight ends. We went 3 tight end sets. You go look at it, we went 3 tight end sets a lot. These dudes did what was asked them to do. We got receivers and we got Blake Jarwin is coming on, Schultz is coming on.
Yeah, Watson with New Orleans. I mean, he's only got 2 touchdowns and 313 yards. So it's not like
So I'm like, we keep acting like that, like
What's Swaim's targets and receptions?
His receptions are 26 for 242 yards and 1 touchdown. Let me see what he's had. This doesn't have targets on it. Let me look somewhere.
Yeah, look up targets. I don't remember him dropping very many balls.
No, man. No, he and see, even with the other guys that I work with, hey man, we gotta go out and get a reliable tight end. Okay.
Got him.
If Swain can come in and stay healthy for 16 games, you got him.
He's catching 81% of his passes thrown to him, 26 of 32. Pretty good.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I think he's a byproduct though of what was here before him. You're so used to with this team for 14 seasons having a guy that's,
like Des said, Jason was the number 1 wide, one target or whatever. And that I think fans, you're right. Fans still see that. Well, the tight end should be that guy, but in this offense, he doesn't need to be that guy.
Yeah, but fans, I know I'm sounding like Mickey, but you got to evolve. You got to see where the game is going, and tight ends are a big part of when you have that exceptional tight end. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to give up on Schultz or Jarwin. I'm going to pick at them and have me some fun with them, but I'm not going to give up on them. And as long as Rico here and they feel comfortable, see, how bad do you want a tight end to put on the field that your quarterback don't trust?
Yeah.
See, we have not learned yet that the receiver by committee almost wreck your quarterback.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So the tight ends was included in those receivers. So how bad do you really want a tight end? We okay.
I get the impression they're really pleased with how Schultz's play has come.
Yeah.
Like the training camp, it almost sounded like we blew this pick. Now it seems like he's really coming along.
No, what I found out about Jason and his boys, coaches, sorry, not his boys, his coaching staff, is if a guy ain't working, they don't keep trying to present him to the media and they don't keep trying to push him in there. They pull him back and try to get him ready. More practice time, more doing what we need you to do, repeated reps. And we know it's not the game, but we got to get you going somehow. So that's what he do. That's what he done. That's what he does. Whereas most guys, most coaches just we're going to just keep putting you in here where you can keep failing. Mm-hmm. And they're not going to do that because it's more people depending on you and just trying to get you going, a tight end.
Brian in Maryland, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, gentlemen?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's ironic. I was calling in to talk about the same exact thing. And I was going to say with how well our defense is doing and how well our offense is doing as far as winning games, moving the ball down the field, do you think they should just pick one guy, Swaim's out, just pick one guy, either Rico or Schultz? We've got a very favorable schedule for the rest of the season, and just baptism by fire and hope someone can emerge, mostly as a red zone threat, because that's where we're having the problems. That's where we're missing the tight end. I saw Rico toss some guys around and make some good blocks in the past couple of games, but we're just missing that one person to just take 3 yards down the field and turn around. So do you think we should just quit this committee thing and maybe take Schultz and just put him in there the whole time and this is who it is so he can get the experience?
Thanks for the call, Brian.
That's not a bad thought.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thought, you know.
That's kind of what you did with the secondary last year. You just put the young guys in and let them play and get some experience.
That's not a bad thought. I mean, but we do use 3 tight end sets. And so they finding a use. The coaching staff is finding a use for these guys. That's why all of them was active the last game, I think. And, I mean, I have no problem now that Jaron is catching the ball.
Right. You know, we had our holiday Christmas party last night, and I was at the bar getting a Miller Lite. Yeah. And Jarwin was standing by me, and I went and I patted him on the shoulder. I said, "Hey, little buddy, it's good to see you catch a couple balls last game." Wow. Man, I started to snake bite him, but I just left it. I left it on him.
We leave it there for you, Kurt.
No.
Let's take a quick break. Call us 888-855-2297. We got James on the phone when we come back, and DeMarcus Lawrence joined the show. What was that, about a week and a half ago?
Yeah.
And we just now getting around to it because we had such a crazy schedule.
Yeah, the schedule was messed up.
Yeah, so we'll get to that when we come back on Hangin' with the Boys.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with sideline access and photo ops with current players, alumni, and cheerleaders. That's not all, though. You'll get to talk X's and O's with Senior Director of Player Personnel Will McClay, and of course with yours truly, me, Brian Broaddus. You can trust the official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and with us, you'll travel like a pro. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
While a player can look good on paper, it's when he's out on the field that you really find out what he's made of. That's why the Cowboys rely on more than just stats and scouting reports when building their team. When picking a tractor, it's why you should rely on more than just specs and features. You've got to take it out and put it to the test. The Cowboys did when they named John Deere their official tractor. Experience one for yourself. Visit myjohndeeredealer.com/football.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Back, the Star in Frisco, Texas.
You should have had your mom or Patty read a couple of
I should have. I didn't even think about it.
That'd be funny. Put Tommy John on your end zone underwear that's guaranteed to never ride up. Trust me, I wear it. It's like nothing you've ever worn before. Plus, it's backed by the best pair you ever wear, or it's free, guaranteed. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com /Cowboys for 20% off your first order. TommyJohn.com /Cowboys.
Hi, Lottie.
Hi.
Hi, Paul. So, to set this up, about a week and a half ago, we decided we would just sit out on a couch outside the locker room and try to just grab random players as they walk by for, we called it the 3-minute drill.
It's 2-minute drill.
2-minute drill, but 2 minutes wasn't long enough.
Right.
So we turned it into a 3-minute drill. So we were sitting out there, and then there were no players coming by, so we just started grabbing random people. We grabbed Ambar Garcia, and then we grabbed Brad Sham. And Brad went
and ruined the rest of the whole show.
He decided
he did his own interview.
He wanted to interview Nate for some other piece that he's working on.
Yeah, he was actually doing that for me. So.
Was he? So he sat down for the entire rest of the time that the locker room was open, and guys are walking by left and right, and we don't have anywhere for him to sit because Brad commandeered the couch. So thanks for that. That was for you, Kurt. That was awesome.
I apologize.
So anyway, we tried it again, and we had some success. We got a few guys, so we'll probably roll those interviews out this week. But as we're sitting there, DeMarcus Lawrence kind of hijacked our spot and we didn't even really ask him. He just came over and sat down, and then this is the interview.
We are here with none other than DeMarcus Lawrence. How are you today, DeMarcus?
Number one hot boy right here.
Yeah.
Another day, another dollar. I'm just trying to earn mine.
Yeah, I see you representing Boise.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the Hot Boys, the nice little combo.
Yeah,
the colors work well together. Yeah.
You know, and then throw on the hood, and then, you know, just see the Hot Boys. So
you were so.
It's just legit, you know.
I've noticed you're really into fashion. Who is the worst dressed person on the team?
The worst dressed. I mean, Taco can dress good, but he's
risky. He's risky.
He's just too risky with it. It's like the one thing that he thinks like puts it all together is the thing that hurts him. So. Taco clean it up. Who else? Joe Looney when he wears his crop tops, he can't do that ever.
You don't like that?
No, not at all.
Who's the best dressed?
You got me? Chicken upstairs. Okay.
Who was that?
That's Justin Martin.
Oh, hey, Justin.
You hollering chicken
He's a friend of the
upstairs,
show.
man. What you got right here?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing but some, you know.
Ooh, what is that?
Yeah.
Tater tots with
hot sauce.
Tater tots, hot sauce, you know, ranch.
And then you got
upstairs. Get my chicken.
You got special chicken because they got chicken over there.
No, they ain't the chicken we talking about.
Tell us about this special chicken. Are you allowed to?
I mean, I don't know the caterer name, but he knows his personal caterer that you know brings his chicken every Thursday, and it's like the best chicken I had in Dallas. So that's what I'm gonna stick to on my Thursdays.
So is it defense only?
Yeah, defense only.
Oh, defense only chicken. Did you ever have any offense only chicken when you were?
No, man. But see, I was so fat then. I had everything across my table, dog. So hey, let me ask you this right here, man. And you the right guy to ask this. It's a lot of guys, like when we was coming through, Mike Irvin always thought he was the sexiest man in America. Who tried to portray that in y'all locker room? Like, they're the sexiest guy in the world. Like, they got all the game.
Where is he? Oh, my God. It would have been the perfect time for Smooth to be here. because Jalen Smith, absolutely, hands down, he's the sexiest man on the planet. Yeah. I mean, I vouch for him. He can go do whatever he want to do. He can think he's sexy as long as he keep making those hits. So, hats off to him.
Yeah.
What would you be doing right now if you weren't playing football?
Playing football.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean.
That's just life, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I love football, love my family, I love my fiance, and it's like.
And her name is?
Sasha.
Tell us about the family. What does the family consist of now? You, Sasha?
Me, Sasha, Mariah, Khalil, and Damari. So I got 3 kids.
You got 3?
Yeah, and then I got the in-home nanny. She's Sasha's mom, so she's like another kid.
Yeah.
You have to, you know, take care of me.
Hey, you right.
You got a full house, huh?
Because she treats me the same way.
Hey, time is run out.
Yeah,
quickly go through to be a hot boy, what do you have to be? Quickly. Just give me a quick.
We can never get a straight answer.
You never get a straight answer.
Because it's hard to be, it's hard, you know what I'm saying, just to be able to live like a hot boy on the field, disruptive, you know, causing chaos all the time, just like, you know, a D-line supposed to, and it's hard, you know what I'm saying, to even, you know, keep that image up outside of football. So a hot boy, we say it's not a gang, it's a lifestyle, because we want like, you know what I'm saying, our group to understand, like, yeah, you can sit here and, you know, be a hot boy on the field, but if you being a dummy out there in the streets, like,
right.
That's not, you know, hot boy quality. So it's all together.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's lifestyle.
Cool.
All right, D-Law. Hey, man, thanks for sitting down.
Being a hot boy is a lifestyle.
Always good seeing you, man. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm just kidding. We're already back. Kurt, do you live that hot boy lifestyle?
Yeah, I'm sure. Probably not to his standards, but yeah.
No?
Yeah. If it's, you know, performing on the field and being good off the field, yeah.
When are we going to party to celebrate?
Well,
when are you going to be well enough to do that?
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll happen.
All right.
Yeah, it was a great interview, though.
It was a great interview. That was fun. D-Law's a fun guy.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy.
You know what I liked about him most is they tried to interview him before the game.
Mm-hmm.
He said, all the talking's over. I'm locked in. And he just shut it down like, nah, I'm not talking no more. It's time to play.
Tell you what, we talked about this last week, and we kind of had some fun with it and joked around about him talking about hitting an MFer in the mouth.
Yeah.
They hit some MFers in the mouth. You think? I know we talked about it. We were like, hey, you know, this is him. Shut up and let's go play. And, I mean, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, they were flying around. They were hitting folks. I know it was a questionable call, but that hit that Jalen put on Kamara, that was a statement.
Yeah.
That was a, hey.
And I think Taco was quoted in a story last couple of days saying, I mean, those words that Lawrence, said, they weren't for the Saints. They were for his teammates.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Let's get this. We got to come out and play.
Yeah.
And it worked.
They did.
He's really become a leader of that group.
What, 24, 25.
Yeah, they're young. They're so young, man. And it's, I don't know. It's just a different vibe. It's a different feeling. Were you with the Rangers, or were you here whenever they were making their playoff runs? Were you already here when they were doing the antler thing and all?
Yeah, I missed it. I was already in the Cowboys.
Yeah, but I mean, this is kind of what this team reminds me. They all have their little bits. The wolf hunter.
Yeah. It's funny that's
Leighton
off, isn't it?
doing that, and Jalen doing it with him, and then you got the Hot Boys, and you got, it's just
Zeke's
fun to
MVP
watch
thing,
these guys.
Yeah, they're having a good time. That's winning cures all ills.
Winning helps.
Wow.
So Nate, they're entering the stretch run, fourth quarter of the season. They're in the driver's seat. Tell us like a player's mentality. Do you just take it one game at a time, or is there more pressure now because you do control your own destiny?
No. See, right now, what they did after the Tennessee game is they shut the world out. And now they got to keep that. Just shut the world out. The media, and then D-Law sealed it. When he told the media what he told them, he sealed it and he was telling them, this is what we going to do and this is how we do it. And then he did an even better job when he said, we through talking, we finna go play. And he let y'all ain't dictating us. We dictating to not the media, not to the fan, but to these guys, and we going to show you, better than we can tell you. So they locked in. Now what the coaches are saying to them is, okay, fellas, y'all have done it once. Now can you do it again? And more importantly, can you be smarter in doing it? So because they know how to play now. They know the schemes. They know what the coaches expect. Now can you be smart? Can you not have that running into the punter? Can you not have those bad offsides? Can you not put that ball on the ground? Because everybody, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Seattle Seahawks, the Panthers trying to stop a skid. Everybody's trying to rebalance themselves and make this run. And what's the difference in all of these games? There's an interception here, a fumble there, a bad offsides here. That's what's separating all these teams now. The only team that's really playing bad is the Panthers. They're on a 4-game skid. But everybody else starting to move. Seattle got the easiest road. They got the 49ers twice. They played them this past week. They're going to play a decent team this week, and then they got the 49ers again. They got an easy road. The Bears trying to correct themselves because they had a bad loss with the Giants this past week. So everybody is like, okay, and what's separating all of this? It ain't that somebody got a great offense or somebody got a great defense. It's like, you see how close our game was? Mm-hmm. Just a bad move here or there, and the game is over.
Yeah.
What was that like for you and the team in '91? Because you were still a young team. You were still trying to kind of, become who you were. You were 7-5, and you guys wound up winning those last 4 games. And did you feel more pressure then because you're a young team?
I'm telling you just what we felt.
Yeah.
It's like everybody had given up on you. Everybody was telling you, "Oh, next year y'all gonna be good," and sometimes people think I be taking it personal with the media, but just think now. When people put mics in your face, it's like the media done came together and say, this is the narrative this week. So, okay, y'all a year away. And we got 4 or 5 games left. Mm-hmm. And even when we got into the playoffs, and I remember Chris Berman saying on national TV, when he was the man for ESPN, the Cowboys, they're a year away. They'll get knocked off this week. And so our local media was telling us, "Oh, you're a year away." So we like, but no, we don't feel like we're a year away. We feel like we can win.
Yeah.
Kind of like last week. I mean, just listening to you talk, it's almost like the media doubting a team can be like a galvanizing.
Oh
thing.
man, it is because that's what I'm saying. The media just reporting what they feel, you know, and sometimes the collective feel is the same. You know, the Saints was it and still it. I still think they the best team in the NFL. So, so everybody's feeling what I was feeling too. But I always know that if you get enough youthful guys with the right type of veterans, that you can take that thing up a level, because youthfully, physically, who's to tell you what you can't do?
Yeah.
You know, when you're young and strong, and, you know, who's going to tell you what you can't do?
Right.
You know, so, and that's what D-Law did, man. He made them dudes realize, like, hey, you know, we're going to bring it to these dudes, man. And just think, if we wouldn't have had the Gregory deal, I'm talking about hitting the punter, not lining up outside, but hitting the punter. And
they just shut him down.
Or if our guy wouldn't have fumbled that ball,
they'd have had what, 3 points?
Yeah, I mean.
But see, the thing about it, better than that, I think when my man hit that punter, that was going to be a nice little drive, because we would have had some decent field position. I think. That we had some, and so these dudes just believe it, and so that's why I can say sometimes it seems personal, but I could, you know, I'm not saying I'm seeing them and what we saw in ourselves, because I used to be so hyped because I was one of the older guys back then, but I was so hyped because them young guys were hyped. I mean, they you know, especially Michael Irvin, they was not hearing it, bro. Yeah. You know, Mike wouldn't do it in front of the media, but boy, he could give a speech like none other. Yeah. So, and it wouldn't be no soft-spoken words.
I know that early in the season we talked about, because this is such a young team, they could, you know, if they hit a bad stretch,
that's
really,
what I was scared of.
Yeah, but I guess we're past that now. But because there's so much pressure now, and you're in the playoffs, you're on the drive, you're right in it. Is there still a risk of that of this young team?
Well, I think now if they lose, it's because teams will outplay them.
Okay.
You know, but they won't lose their fire. I don't think they'll lose their fire, or we have a bad injury to one or two of our players or something. They ain't gonna lose their fire. They didn't lose it during the 3 and 5, and you know they ain't lose it during the 4-game winning streak.
Yeah.
So you know, if they don't finish as strong as everybody want, you know, suspect, you know, I don't think they're gonna lose their fire. I think you just look at, okay, you know, we got 7 guys on defense that's under 26 years old. 7 or 8, and all them draft picks, you know, are either free agent and Jeff Heath. I mean, he was signed as a free agent up under us. Yeah. The only one that's different is the human log. He don't want to come from a different team that gets significant playing time.
That's impressive. Yeah, I hadn't looked at that. That's amazing. That many
all
homegrown
of
players.
Those draft picks, man. Most all our guys are draft picks on our defense.
Yeah.
You're right. Starters, Antoine Woods, the only one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they threw that stat up, I think, in the Eagles game where Woods is the only player to play another snap on this defense for another team.
Wow. Well, you got, as far as starters, yeah.
Starters, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
Well, you know, backups,
Lillard,
you got Karan Reed,
guys.
Joe Thomas. You know, you've got some other guys.
But didn't Joe Thomas start with us a few years?
No.
And then he went to Green Bay?
I think he would. I don't think so.
He started out with Green Bay.
Yeah.
But
he was like on our practice squad, and then he went to Green Bay.
Yeah, but he was on our practice squad or somebody else?
I think he was on ours. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah. But, you know, these guys feel good, man. And, you know, let's see what Jason can do with them.
Yeah.
You know, this is where good coaching will come in. This is I'm serious. This is where if you're a solid head coach and you got your staff assembled right, you know, this is where it's got to show up, man. That's why I said it 3 weeks ago. I said it 4 weeks ago. As you win, every game becomes bigger and bigger. And see, pressure is a word we use, but as players, excitement is the word we use. To get bigger and bigger, and all eyes on me.
So you don't that. Yeah. So being young isn't.
Well, I mean, is half of these guys played in this type of game before? Just think, ain't none of these guys played nothing this big. So what do they know? The pressure comes if you got it's 3rd and long and it's 2 minutes left. Now the pressure comes, but just starting the game, ain't no pressure. Bro.
Yeah, and one of the to me one of the biggest things I took out of that game, especially from the defensive side of the ball, is you've always in the past, because you've seen it before, you've seen it with Aaron Rodgers in that stadium in that same situation. The other team has a great quarterback, and they get the ball at the end of the game, and they just chip away, and next thing you know, you can't stop them.
They chip away, then get a big play.
Yeah.
And then they just start chipping away until they get right into our red zone.
And they didn't do that last week. They ended the game. The game ended with the defense on basically taking over and ending the game. And that, to me, that was like, okay, this is different. Because normally you would at least see them march down the field, the other team, and whether they scored or not. But you would see them move the ball. They weren't having it. It was really cool. James in New York, man, sorry for making you hold so long. What's going on?
Nah, man, it's all good. That interview was great, man. I think a nickname for Tank, I know he's got Tank, he's got the Hot Boyz. I just call him the Terminator because that's what he is, man. I mean, that guy is just relentless. I love that guy.
He's fun to watch, man, this year, for sure.
I wanted to, talk, kind of piggyback on what you guys are talking about. Nate was talking about what separates these teams. Last week when I called up, you guys killed me because I was bringing in the butts. I'm sorry, but every team I root for, there's something wrong with them. You know what I mean?
He said we killed him last week because he brought a butt. He brought a butt to the show on Friday.
Okay, but you got it today.
You can bring your butt.
Bring your butts, your Franklins, and if it woulda, coulda, shoulda, bring it all, brother. That we listening today.
Yeah, because you know what it is on Thursday. That was the best defensive performance I've ever seen from that team, maybe even during the Super Bowl years, because I know you guys had some pretty good defenses, actually a number one in the first Super Bowl year, 92. But I had never seen a team to shut down a team like that. And it told me as a fan, I was like, wow, this team can win. This team can go all the way and get to the Super Bowl and compete with one, where in the weeks past, I really wasn't sure. I thought they would maybe just win a division, maybe win around the playoffs, and then, one of the big three, whether it was the Rams or, the Saints would beat them. Now I think they can beat them. But when I watch the offense only score 13 points, that's where I get my concern. Dak can't turn that ball over right there in that last thing, and he can't miss Gallup. Those mistakes on the road, which probably will be if we win in the divisional in the wild card round. I mean, we're going to probably have to go to L.A. or New Orleans. We don't win that game if he does that, and that's to me is what the biggest concern, because this is like the dating the girl. The Cowboys told me they love me, but don't break my heart again. I don't know if I can go through one of those again, like 2016, 2014. And I just hope that somebody in the coaching staff sat him down and really got in his ear about taking care of the football and not missing those opportunities.
Yeah, thanks for the call, man. And by the way, your heart's going to get broken because that's what sports does. That's why we like it so much. It's
true. It's going to happen.
And it wouldn't be the Cowboys if it wasn't hard to watch sometimes.
That's the life we've chosen.
I just think, and I said this last week, I just think Dak right now at this point in his career, he plays good enough to win you football games. And I'm okay with scoring 13 if the other team only scores 10. I'm good with him doing just enough to win. But we've seen him score.
You know what's amazing is this is what we forgot last week. And Kurt, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think they have a top 10 or a top 15 defense. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think they have that. I think they have a guy named Sheldon Rankins and another guy named Cameron Jordan.
Mm-hmm. One of the best
in the business. One of the best two-way defensive ends in the business. Rankins coming into his own. They got nice linebackers, good corner. I can't think of the kid's name. Good corner, but then they had help over the top for Eli. So it wasn't like we was playing a bad defense.
Yeah,
we were facing a defense that handled their business. That was pretty decent on third downs. So as this team grow, they'll get better. And I understand as a fan, I want you to continue to talk playoffs. But if you're a purist in the game, you know, and I hope I'm not insulting nobody because, like I said, I repeat, as a fan, keep having them lofty expectations. But as a purist of the game and guys that say, hey, I know football, what's the next biggest thing happening? And only one thing is happening next. That's the Eagles, babe.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next biggest thing happening. And if you're looking past that right there, that's when sports will really disappoint you. Because you're looking for the end result and you can't even enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna enjoy this journey, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you watch that Falcons game the week before, their defense to me was arguably playing better than their offense because they made Atlanta, they made them make those mistakes. Atlanta should have won that game.
Oh man, Atlanta was on them.
They should have won.
Atlanta was on them, man.
But their defense, the Saints defense won them that game. Here's the points that they scored the last 3 games coming into Dallas. They held Atlanta to 17. They held Philly to 7, and then they held Cincinnati to 14. So
and all those are supposedly what was the home? Was they home all 3 of those?
Oh,
games?
they were home versus Atlanta, home versus Philly, and at Cincinnati.
Yeah. Cincinnati can score.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Philadelphia has Carson Wentz, and I ain't gonna never count him out. I think he's a good quarterback. And Ryan, man, I don't know what happened to him. Ryan was acting like he never played ball in his life, man.
Right.
I wasn't expecting that from Matt Ryan. Not at the year he had been having, you know?
He'd been looking great.
Wow.
Kurt, what do you think? You worried about Dak?
No, like Nate had said earlier, I think he's got help now. You know, that offensive line, I mean, he was – I will give him credit because he got sacked 7 times.
Yeah.
So he was under some pressure.
Wait a minute. How many times did he get sacked in Atlanta?
He got sacked by 8 or 9.
6 or 7,
But that was a different type sack.
But even this year he was
That was
sacked.
a different type sack, bro.
But I think
a lot of times with the Saints, it just collapsed on him.
Yeah.
With the Atlanta, it was like a semi-tractor trailer coming down the middle of the road. This dude was 1 minute he was standing there, and the next minute he disappeared on the one guy. Brother, that hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts. Like I tell people, even if you get your little kid with a little rubber baseball bat, and you just say, "Hey, hit me when I'm not looking." And see how it feels. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You got a 300-pound man running at speed.
And putting the face mask right in the middle of your back. Man, that ain't no good feeling, man. I don't care what you say.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Dak since the Jacksonville game, he's had 9 touchdown passes. He's run for 5 more. He's had 1 interception. I mean, he's getting the job done.
That's the old Dak. That's the Dak we saw 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's coming up. I mean, he's definitely improved, and the fumbles are still a concern. But otherwise, I mean, he's not going to throw up 400 yards a game, but he's winning. He's doing what he has to do.
I'm gonna tell you, man. This game here is huge, man.
It is.
Yeah. We thought the Saints game, from a player's perspective. See, that's why you'll always hear me get Geek for our divisional games. You know, not because I already knew what the next hurdle was gonna be. It ain't so much that we playing Philadelphia. Now it's okay. They beat the Saints. Now they finna lose. So that'll be just like the Cowboys. Oh, they beat the Saints and they're gonna lose the next 2. Okay, that's fine. But guess what? Still, the next biggest game is
Eagles.
The Eagles.
And you know what? I'm always on that train. Even before the Saints game, I said it'd be just like them to win this and lose against the Eagles. Mm-hmm. This team's different, man. What we saw Thursday night, this offense since they made those changes with Cooper.
What you saw since Washington, what you saw since the game after that, and the game.
They're different.
They're trying to show you they're different.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, you've been stabbed so much in the heart.
Right.
See, I'm eternal because I believe that where there's a will, there's a way. Now do you have the athletes to do it? That's a question mark.
Yeah.
Do you have the maturity to stand the fire? That's a question mark. But I always believe that you can win. Mm-hmm. I always believe that it's a will, is a way. Now majority of the time I'm saying, wow, it's gonna take more than a will and a way. It's gonna take some burning some candles, probably.
You know, you know what it's like, Kurt? It's like that hot girl that you date that you know is out of your league.
Yeah.
Been there.
And you date her and you know she's going to break your heart, right? So you act like you don't like her and you push her away. And the more you do that, the more she likes you and she draws you in and you keep pushing her away. Most of the time she breaks your heart and she leaves you. Most of the time the Cowboys let you down. But every once in a while, there's a hot girl married to ugly guys out there. Every once in a while, you.
Every I made sure I had an ugly woman.
Every once in a while,
I was just joking.
The ugly guy wins. Maybe
Yes,
this.
they do.
Maybe
He's
this team.
confident, knew how to play.
Maybe this team is the ugly guy this year. Maybe this team. I'm telling you, man. I feel, and I'm buying in. After the game Thursday, I've been wishy-washy all year. The defense is legit. The offense is different with these moves that they made. Like, I'm all in. I am in.
I like it. I am too.
I haven't booked my Mexico flight yet.
Oh, all right. That's a step. That's a step in the right direction. You haven't canceled it yet, but
no, I can't cancel the trip. I just lose my money, and I haven't cut my hair.
Can't do that now.
And since I started letting my hair grow, we haven't lost.
There you go.
Just saying.
It's all on you.
Just saying. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will close out the show with whatever Kurt wants to talk about on Hanging with the Boys.
You're like me and you love... I mean, if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for a little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
It's time for tailgating with the OtterBox boys.
OtterBox? The overprotected phone case company?
Yep, and they've got an essential tool for your next tailgate party. The bear-resistant venture cooler.
Now wait. In all my tailgating days, I've never seen bears tackling brats on the blacktop.
And you never will, because a venture cooler with a locking kit is basically bear repellent.
Can't wait to try it out at my next tailgate.
That's been tailgating with the OtterBox boys. Visit OtterBox.com to learn more about their certified bear-resistant venture coolers.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code DALLAS at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Back. Kurt, did you know you can go to AT&T Stadium and experience Rally Days presented by SeatGeek?
Those are good times.
Go Saturday, December the 8th, which is this Saturday. You can tour the stadium, see Dallas Cowboys alumni and the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. You can even play on the field.
Yeah, you get to get on the field, throw the ball around.
Pictures and roll around in that staph-infected
well, that's not a good sale.
people dipping and spitting and sweating.
That's a way to promote it.
Visit attstadium.com/rally days for details to get your tickets today. I'm sure they clean that field, but right after the game they always.
How sure?
What? Not
how sure are you?
About 20%.
Just don't treat the field like it's carpet in front of your television at home.
Oh, they do that after the games. They let if you have like a game, like a field pass after the game, they let fans on the field for about 30, 45 minutes. they're out there just rolling around, and I'm like, man, these dudes just got through spitting on this thing and sweating. And,
Yeah, you're getting a part of the Cowboys, getting right up close.
But it is cool.
Oh yeah,
go check it out. It's super cool if you've never been to that. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. We only have a few minutes, but we talked about culture, and in recent history around here, there's a whole generation that hasn't seen this team win.
Yeah.
Won what?
Consistently.
2 playoff games. You're 8-8, 8-8, 8-8.
12 in this, then 4 in that.
Yeah. We've had the same coach for how many years now? 8?
It's 2010.
So 8
midway
years,
through 2010.
8 years, 8 years and change. Mm-hmm. Do you think you can change the culture during a coach's, I guess, reign or during his tenure with the team?
Sure.
Do you think you
Landry did it?
If it's been, but it's usually it happens quick if it's going to happen. It's been 8 years. Can you turn this thing around to where it becomes a winner every year and it's consistent like the Patriots or the Steelers or, there's a handful of teams that are always in the conversation.
It can happen, man, and it can happen this year, and
because it probably just takes one to break that
ice,
especially with guys that are as young as this team.
Yeah.
They don't know any different.
Yeah,
and if you teach them that this is the way it's supposed to be done, you think you can do that in the middle of a season or in the middle of a?
Yeah. He said it. Coach Landry done it. We had a bad culture before.
Jimmy did it.
Jimmy did it. So and it happened in 3 years, but it happened.
How do you do it?
You just get enough young people with the right veterans, and you can do it. Because see, Jimmy wasn't having it. Sean Payton has done it. Sean Payton is where a couple of years ago his defense started going sour on him, started rattling their gums.
He got rid of him.
He just bye. And then he had to say words like, "Ooh, all our fearless leaders ain't so fearless now. They on the street." You do what you got to do if that's what you want. And see, they got enough young guys, man, and D-Law leading them on the defense, along with Sean Lee leading them on the defense, and you got a young enough guy in Dak who's leading them on offense, who's fiery. They believe in him. And now you got a wide receiver that's leading. You got a running back that's leading. And our offensive line ain't number built of leaders. So now you got enough youth and enough veteran guys, right-type veteran guys that believe to do anything to win. And so things can change, man. I'm hoping they do. Yeah. Because I ain't so much hooked on the playoffs and winning the game in the playoffs as I am winning this year's 9 to 10 games and either getting to the playoffs with it, and next year winning 10 games. Yeah. Once you start winning 10 games a year, 11 games, something going to happen big in the playoffs. Yeah. If you always around 8-8, 9-7, come on, man.
I thought, last year Garrett took criticism for, trying to win that last game instead of a draft pick. But for me, I don't think you ever play to lose, and I think that helps build the culture. Even though it was just going 9-7,
well,
I still won that game.
I'm with you, Kurt, because I try to tell that to a lot of people on the other end, the people that I work with. We dropped in the draft and da-da-da. Okay, we dropped right up on top of Leighton.
Right. Now what?
Now what?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, let's get out of here. We
big
got
balling,
the
baby.
5 Points
It's
Blue
time to big ball, baby.
Podcast is on deck, waiting for us to get out of here. Tonight, happy hour. Kurt's going to join us.
Yeah, awesome.
Me, Nate, Kurt, and we'll figure out who else is on the show tonight. It's going to be from 5 to 6. We're at the Lincoln Experience.
We got to try to get Broadus. Oh, yeah, Mickey.
Out here at
the Brian Broadus
Star in Frisco, so come check us out. We'll be back tomorrow. Kurt, thanks for showing up, man. Good having you back.
Sorry
brother.
I missed all the fun.
Good having you back. Nate, thanks for bringing it. Douglas, thanks for doing what you do. Kent, thanks for pushing the buttons. Presley, thanks for scheduling everything. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, hanging with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!